Hey guys, JC here with WEDGE Concepts, and in this video I'm going to go over some things that can help you choose a bank that fits your financial needs. So let's just get right to it. Now, you have so many banks out there to choose from that when choosing you probably should look at a few things, like the interest rates, customer service, fees. But let's get started with the checking accounts. Now, the checking account is where you are going to put money away from your job that you need for all of your bills and everyday expenses. The interest with checking accounts, though, is almost or pretty much non-existent unless you have a very, very high balance, or you've been with the bank for a very long time. So your biggest concern should be the fees. Now, today the majority of checking accounts come with your standard, maintenance fees and charges, which typically average between 10 and 15 bucks a month. And if you add all that up, that equals to about $160 a year that you are basically giving away to the bank just to hold your money. And these days with most banks, you can probably avoid these fees by setting up your direct deposit from your job, or maintaining a certain balance, or probably even making a certain number of transactions per month, however that works. But ideally you want to choose a bank that that you can easily meet their requirements and pay no monthly fees, right? So if you have a job where your income varies or is so low that you may not be able to maintain the minimum balance, you should probably look for banks that offer no fee checking, like your community banks, your credit unions, your banks that operate solely online. Now, if you prefer to use cash over your debit card, you may also want to consider how and where you'll be using these ATMs, since the charges that you'll pay to withdraw money out of another bank's ATM, those fees can easily add up. So let's say, for example, you choose a bank that charges $3 to use any out-of-network ATM, right? If you were to take money out, let's say twice a week, because let's say the ATM is close to your house or near your job, you're looking at paying around 300 bucks over the course of a year. And then on top of those fees, the bank that owns the ATM will probably charge you for the convenience of using their machine. So now you're out 600 bucks for the year to get out your money. So here's the bottom line. You want to go with the bank that has ATMs near your house and your job, or charges nothing to use outside ATMs. And I believe most online banks will even reimburse you for those fees. You should also think about your level of convenience you need. So if you decide that you want to go with a national big bank, you'll be able to access bank branches and ATMs all throughout your city and state, probably out the nation. But if customer service is most important, you might want to stick with your local community banks or credit unions, right? With the online banks, though, everything is done over the telephone or online, so that's pretty straightforward. Okay, now for your savings. Interest should be your number one priority, and online banks are absolutely your best option. They typically pay rates that far exceed your traditional big banks, and they typically charge little to no fees. But credit unions are still a very solid choice. Let's just keep it simple, right? Do your research, check out some banks, their fees, yields, minimum deposit requirements, and go online, look at bankrate.com. They have a lot of information on their website that they put out there just to help you get started. So don't forget to subscribe and let me know, submit a comment. Let me know how you chose your bank, and definitely go ahead and check out my other videos, and let's build together. Peace.